My name is Daniel Wheeler and I'm the night shelter manager at Joel. In a practical sense, what Joel offers is the most excellent facilities. We have bed spaces for up to 17 guests. We have the most excellent food because we're really into foods for mood, so we're making sure that everybody's getting really wholesome food because people are depleted anyway physically when they come to us, so we've got to make sure we're not putting salt, sugar and fat into them. So we've got a very strict regime around food and shared food. We have a big sort of community table, as it were, which is the main part of what we do. It's a community project, so we have a big community table where all of our activities take place.
I'm Wendy Morris. I come from Kingston University. I'm a librarian and I run a weekly book group for the guys at Joel at breakfast time. It's really important, I think, because it helps with a sense of community here at Joel. We talk about a different book every month. We choose a different book. It's chosen by the guys here. And it's a way of, although we're talking about the book and things that happened in the book and sort of events that are going on in the story, it's a way of getting everyone to talk about their own experiences. And it's much easier for people to talk, I think, based around things that happen to other people rather than just saying, you know, what happened to you? How did you feel about that? But talking about a book brings out people's different experiences. And it also means that it's an opportunity for people to talk. It's really important from the point of view of community and people talking, and it's fun. We really enjoy ourselves. It's great fun.
I was on a low income paid work, and so I couldn't afford to pay the rent of the property that we were staying in, so that actually unfortunately led us to being evicted from the property. That led me to being on the streets, and then I was on the streets for about two to 3 weeks, and I don't really have much contact with any of my family, so didn't have anyone else to go to. And then Joel just came and kind of swept me up and brought me here and gave me an opportunity. At first I was obviously a bit worried because obviously I didn't know where I was stepping into. I didn't have a clue about who anyone was, and obviously at the time it was quite a depressing last few weeks, so yeah, I wasn't in the best of ways, but as I've gradually every day's got on and on and on, I've got more used to it, and now I couldn't ask for anything better really.
I'm Joanna Cernan-Alton and I'm the Deputy Manager of the Night Shelter at Joel. We have over 150 volunteers registered with Joel. I work closely with the shift leaders, so they are the people that are the most trained, the most experienced of our volunteers, and they run each a shift. We have shifts running every day of the year, apart from the week that we have off for crisis. Getting funding from the community, from churches, from schools, from what we call unrestricted funds, sources that we can use as needed, they're really vital for to allow us to open the doors to anyone in need. So the first thing that people often ask is, well, do I need to be entitled to benefits, or I haven't got my benefits in place, or I haven't got, and the answer that we have is everyone is welcome, and we'll work alongside you until those things are in place, so then you can move on to other accommodation.
It's the physical body by looking after them in the gym and whatever physical form happens, looking after the mind, and that's the psychosocial intervention work that I do, and the spirit is we are a kind of Christian faith-based organisation, and that's very much the middle, the kind of faith engine that drives the work that we do with that whole sort of community around the table.
My name is John O'Connell. I've been here about a year and a half, 2 years. I had a contract problem at work. I got kind of stabbed in the back by my employer, and the few days afterwards was the time when my partner at the time decided to end the relationship and empty the contents of our 4 bank accounts at the same time. And then I found that I didn't have such an understanding landlord. So it was kind of a perfect storm for me. It was several things happening at the time, which then sent me into a period of a spiral of depression and mental health issues. The great thing is they recognise that each of us here is on a very different journey, and they don't have one template they apply across the board. They learn about you, they understand your circumstances, and they put together an ideas and a plan for you specifically.
I'm the Reverend Peter Holmes, I'm the Vicar of St Peter's Norbiton in Kingston, and I'm also chair of the Joel community. Less than 10 years ago we had a group of people who gathered in the church grounds here. To begin with, we called them the Garden People, and a conversation with them soon discovery that they were very vulnerable people, many of them homeless, many living on the edge of society, seeing as there was very little opportunity for helping people who found themselves on the street. Could the church do anything to help people in a place of crisis and offer a safe place, a sanctuary? So the shared meal place is a very spiritual place, and the way in which neighbours, volunteers, guests can all share together. Around a meal table, common humanity has got to be shared. And are we prepared to share the joy and the pain of our living that brings hope for the future?
The way they deal with people, the way they come across to people is just, I think is very good. And yeah, they're very, very good at what they do. And they give people opportunities to start a new life.